Alright guys, making this video exclusively for us chat room members. So let me know if you like this style where I actually make a video and show you what I'm looking at and what I'm thinking, or if you like the style where I just post my watch list and I'm like, here it is. Do with it what you want. And then I'll just do whatever you guys like. People like them both, then I'll post both of it. So I'm going to start out with not Adobe. So I got this big long spiel on MU to give you. Okay, so I do like a put here. So MU's hit a yearly high. MU is one of these weird stocks that was like going up, and it's a low price stock that just kind of trades a ton of volume. And it's up and up and up and up and up, and then right around here it hit and started dropping and just trading sideways, kind of in between these two lines. Then it started going up and up and up, and then it hit here and started going down, and I was like, it's gonna drop. So I like bought a put, and then it went down a little, and then it just went up, of course, and now it's up again. So I think it's time for some puts on MU. So the last day, let me zoom out just a hair. So we're looking at a ton of volume that got traded here, well above average. The MACD is starting to kind of go down a little. You can see the bar, it's just below the previous days. And the RSI, it's overbought, and it's kind of shifting down. So I'm thinking it might be a good time to do some puts on MU. If anyone's familiar with MU, it's one of these weird stocks where it's super good to day trade it. It jumps a point here and there, a point or two, and if it jumps 2 points, if you do a day trade with the same week expo, I mean, you can make a couple $100 if you buy at the right time. Easily, you know, like $150. You buy the right time, couple contracts. So what we saw here was it dropped down, and kind of drop down, hit a low, and then the bulls kind of fought back up a little, and then it's aftermarket trading sideways. So I'm thinking if pre-market it drops a little, it could use that momentum to kind of go down, and then open down a little, and then use that to just kind of keep dropping. Now the only thing to keep in mind is if we go back to this chart with the yearly, this kind of happened right here like a couple weeks ago. So it was going up, steady, up, and then it had this day where it was like, it's not too bad, and then it had this day where it went down. Okay, so it went here, and then kind of dropped, and then closed right here. So, and it was kind of a big volume day. And so what happened here, it looks exactly almost like this. So you had it come up here, and then it was like, oh, the MACD's kind of dropping, and then the next day, and pre-market and post-market, it opened down, so it dropped, and then went up for the day. So be careful with MU if you make a put on it, and I'll show you the chart on that too. The only difference is like the RSI was dropping, but it wasn't as overbought as what it is now. So that was on 3-1-3-2 when that happened. So we'll go back 10 days, 3-1-3-2. So here's what happened. So it had the day, and these are 30-minute marks, so it went up, down, and then came back. Okay, and then it went sideways for the post-market, and then pre-market, it dropped, like kind of what I was saying, except it didn't use the momentum. It opened here and then dropped a little within the first half hour, but then just soared back, okay? And then after that, it kept going up for the most part, you know, open. You know, it did have this little down area here, and then boom. So actually, if you would have, you know, got in at here at 46, you would have seen it open here, kind of drop down, and then start rallying back. If you got in here at 46 and you got out here at 48, you would have made a couple $100 easy. Yeah, so keep that in mind. So if we scroll back, so that was here, and then, you know, it continued to do its thing. So now it brings us to our day here, where this is almost the same thing. So just be careful of it. If you trade the same day, careful with MU. But if it does keep going down, down, down within the first hour and a half, hour and a half after open, if it's still kind of going down, it might keep continuing to go down, and that would be a good play in my opinion. But be careful with it. So I do like the Dow Jones Industrial Average too. The 30-day and 9-day moving average is just above. We kind of use that for the support. As you can see, it kind of hit it and then went back up. Kind of a lower volume day, so take that for what it's worth. So this was Friday, obviously, and now the MACD's shifting up, RSI's shifting up. I think we're looking to hit about the 260 mark within a few days on the Dow Jones, so call is good there. MasterCard, I hit on this in Facebook, on the Facebook post I had, if you guys saw that. So the MACD is starting to go up. It's just starting to be overbought, but that's cool. It's all right. The MACD is going up, and it hit a high for the year, probably for all time. It's just kind of just been going up and up and up. I think it's going to go up some more. If you do, what do I got for my notes? The 182.5, 185 vertical spread. I was typing in spread. So if you did for this week's Expo, the 182, 185, it's going to be $119 to buy one of them. If we go back down to one, you can see, and you would have, it gives you back 131 because 250 minus 119 is 131. So it would cost you $119, and then if you take it to max expiration or max profit at expiration. So if MasterCard's above 185, then you get your max profit, which would be that you would get $250, but you paid 119. So 250 minus 119 is 131. So that's why you would profit 131. So you wouldn't just get $131 back. You pay 119. You would get 250 to make you 131, and that is how that math works. So I do like that for the MasterCard, and that's 110% gain if you do that spread. I did not want tools. I want to go back to charts. AGN is on my list too. So AGN was one of those weird stocks. It was super high, and then it must have had like some news here after earnings or something. The earnings were pretty much what they were supposed to be, and then it just kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, trading sideways. You can see I got these old support resistance things on here from probably like way back here when I started watching it. I probably put them on around here, and it's kind of been doing that, but I think it can get back to these levels. It's below the moving average here, below the 30-day, but above the 9, and the MACD is shifting up and the RSI is starting to go up. So I do like AGN at like at least the 160 mark. If you go a few weeks out, at least maybe even the 170 mark, the old line of resistance that I got, the support resistance line I got. You can see it kind of hit here even. So if it breaks 170, that could be good for AGN. So I do like that play. Boeing. Okay, good. Boeing. I do like Boeing. So Boeing was going up and up and up, and Boeing's, I don't know, it's a strong stock. You could definitely go a long-term play. I don't like tying up my money for that long typically. I will show you a play next coming up that I do have on for kind of a long time. But you can see the two moving averages. It just kind of went above it yesterday or Friday. The MACD is shifting kind of towards up, and the RSI is going up. It's been kind of low trading, low volume. I think people are kind of like, what's going on? We're not quite sure what to do with it. It did hit the high and then came down a little. Tons of volume being traded on it, and then everything this last week has just been kind of So I think if it can get some volume, it can go up. So that's Boeing. So I do like Alibaba. I got these old support resistance lines I put on here a long time ago, from like way back here in like November, and it kind of trades in between there, and then here what got high, and then the market kind of dumped, and now it's kind of been trading in between here. So I do think, and here's the 30-day and 9-day moving average. So I do think if it can get above this line here, this 191, 191.61 or 191.5, I think it can go up, and we could be seeing 200 marks sometime soon. The MACD is going up, RSI is going up. So I will show you something I got with Alibaba here. I have May 18th expiration, which is 69 days from now, and I have a 220 call mark. So if Alibaba in 69 days is above 220, I get max profit, which is quite a bit because I bought it all the money. I don't know, it's like I get like 300% max profit. I do not like tying up my money for that long, but it was kind of one of these weird, funny plays. I just kind of had I was like, all right, I'm gonna do something, just something I usually don't do, you know, something not normal for me. And so that's at like the 220 mark, you know, way up here. So if it does go up, I mean, it's got some time, I think it'll be pretty good. I like BABA in the long term. So next one is BRKB. So I do like a put here, but kind of as a slightly risky play. So it spiked up and went up, you know, 7.7, over 7.5 points in this day, which is a big spike for BRKB. And MACD's rising, RSI is rising. Now typically I would say, oh yeah, good volume on it. MACD's going up, RSI is going up, it's going to keep going up. But this is one of those, I don't know, I just kind of got a gut feeling. I could be wrong about it. I could be wrong about everything in my list here. But I don't know, I just think it's going to pull back and kind of trade sideways, or maybe jump back down to like 210, maybe come back to the old, you know, 9 and 30-day moving average 206 where it opened the previous day. I don't know, there's just something about BRKB where I don't know, I just don't think it's gonna go up, but that's just kind of a weird feeling I got on it. So that pretty much sums up my watch list for the start of this week. Like I said, leave me comments in the chat room here. Tell me if you like the format of me making a video, or if it's just too damn long and it's like 13 minutes and you're like, oh, I don't want to sit through 13 minutes, just post your list. You know, then I can post it. If a lot of people say, yeah, just post your list, but forget about the video, then I'll do that. But if a lot of people say, you know, like, oh, I like seeing what you're looking at, you know, it's good, then I'll do that, or I'll post both of them. You know, I got the list already made up anyway. So let me know, guys. Thanks. Happy trading. If you got any questions about options or whatever, let me know. You know, I like answering questions and helping you guys out. All right, later.